What's going on, folks? You ever had those folks out there who just masters of small talk, saying things that are not really substantive, just speaking amiss. Sometimes you're just talking to hear yourself talk, whatever the case may be. A lot of times when I'm out there trying to have conversations, be it online, be it offline, whatever the case is, you want to say something real, say something of substance, stop wasting folks' time. If you ain't really got nothing to say, keep it moving, keep it chucking. What's going on, lovely kid Japan? Thank you for coming through all the way from Japan, lovely kid Japan. You know, yeah, yeah. That's what's up, Monster Chick. Thank you for coming through. Shout out to Pet Monster. Yeah, I did shave. I shaved a little bit. Some people don't like me to shave, but that's what happens. It's springtime, whatnot. But yeah, man. Like I said, I just look for that real talk. I just look for things of substance, man. I look for, real conversations out there. There's too many people out there that really ain't saying nothing. They got big platforms. They got a lot of followers. They got a lot of stuff going on, but they ain't really saying nothing. They're just talking in circles and stuff like that. I fight not to talk in circles myself. You just want to say something that's moving and uplifting and upbuilding. Even if you're gonna say something negative. Yeah, springtime definitely. Even if you're gonna say something, that's not the most popular thing in the world. Yeah, what's going on, Patch? Thank you for coming through. Say something real. Say something folks could feel. Say something that means something. It's like what are you doing with your content? What are you doing with your presence? What are you doing online? What are you doing in your work? What are you doing with your family? What are you doing with your personal relationships and stuff like that? Are you really doing something or saying something real? Are you saying something substantive? Or are you just talking amiss? Are you just dancing in circles? Are you wasting people's time? There's a lot of folks out there that waste a lot of folks' time. I think it's annoying at times. I get it. Small talk has its place. Sometimes you need small talk to get through awkward conversations and stuff like that. Just to pass by. Maybe it's an interview or something that you got to do. But then there's times when you just got to cut to the nitty gritty, cut to the chase, say what you meant to say, come to do what you came to do. And just keep it moving from that standpoint. Like I said, don't be afraid to speak your piece. Don't be afraid to go up to somebody and just talk. I think a lot of times in this day and age, people forget how to communicate. People forget how to say what's really on their mind, not what you think you want. What people forget how to say what's on their mind, not just what you think somebody else wants you to say. Say what it is that you want to say. I speak to folks out there. If you have something to say to a person, speak your piece. Say what's real. There's too many people out there speaking indirect, behind corners and shadows. Unless you're a poet. Like I said, I do poetry all day. Saying unless you're gonna write a beautiful poem and you want to speak, in indirect language and use metaphors and similes and stuff like that. Say what's really on your mind. Speak your piece. Speak your truth. Whatever it is, good, bad, ugly, indifferent. Too many times people are sugarcoating stuff and dancing in circles and stuff like that and twirling around and not saying what they mean. A lot on my mind. I got a lot to say. If you two gives me a shadow back, say it all. Say it all, Pet Monster. Hopefully you get a chance to say it all. But there's too many people who are not saying enough real things. There's not too many people out there who are just okay with going with the status quo. Like I said, speak your piece, voice your opinion, say what you got to say. No communication causes drama. I agree with you, Tina. And that's, I think, sometimes people forget how to communicate. My thing is this: if I'm speaking to you personally, online, at work, or somewhere else, I say it real, but it upsets people. Listen, Vinny G, say it, keep saying it. If it upsets people, big effing deal. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, so what? If you got to speak your truth, speak your truth, because it annoys me so much, so much. And I'm trying not to curse and get crazy on here because I know kids and all that stuff watch too. But the reality is, if you have something to say, speak your mind and say your piece. Even if folks get offended by it, you come back, you apologize later if you have to. Like I said, as long as you're not coming from a malicious place. But sometimes I respect people when they're just saying their thing. I enjoy upset people who can't handle the truth. Well, hey, listen, it doesn't have to be always true, but if it's your truth, it's how you feel and it's where you come from and how you want to express yourself. Speak your piece. I have too many conversations with people, who are kind of like dipping and diving and ducking around. And I used to do stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you know what? Sometimes people can't handle the truth. Then that's just on them. You know, that's really on them. That's something that they have to. It sounds like a personal problem, something they have to work out, because there's too many people, you know, out there telling you stuff that you want to hear, or telling you what they think they want you to, what you think you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, tell me the truth. How do you feel about life? How do you feel about business, about politics, about religion, you know, about climate change? How do you feel about YouTube? How do you feel about anything? You know, what's the real talk? Who are you? Molly Dolly, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you for coming by. You know, like I said, sometimes you just want the truth, man. You know, you don't have to dance me in a circle. I've noticed a change in YouTube recently. People have to remember to create, not hate. Hold on. To create, not hate. YouTube is about creating community. Well, it was anyway. Yeah, Pet Monster. That's what it was. It was about that. I mean, a lot of different things are happening on YouTube. You know, as far as the changes, the guideline strikes, the censorship, all that stuff. Yeah, the truth will set you free. Be careful of offending people who tell your story because you can't understand your feelings or your truth. Yeah, no, listen, you don't do. I'm not saying say something real and speak your truth just to offend people or anything. Oh no, YouTube was made to create content. The community comes later. Yeah, unfortunately. What I'll say is this, Tina, to go back to your point, I'm not saying say what's real. What's going on, Big Tender? Thank you for coming through. I'm not saying say what's real so you could piss somebody off. I'm saying, say what your truth is, say what's real, because too many times people are just afraid to speak up and say what's on their mind. They feel like, I got to worry about offending folks. Sometimes people don't speak their truth. Sometimes people don't say what's really on their mind because they're worried about offending people. And I had to be taught this. What's up, Jennifer Coate? And I had to be taught this myself, by the old timer myself, where, if you're afraid to say what you have in your heart and on your mind, what's up, Iron Firehouse? Got to remember something. There are people who are not afraid to say and offend you. If there are people out there who are willing to offend you and say what they want to say to you and play with your emotions and your mind and your heart and your time and your energy and your money and your well-being, sometimes you just got to speak your piece. And if folks don't like it, that's tough. Like I said, it's what it is. Yeah. That's funny. I didn't say things to peace on YouTube, and I won't say it to my face. I think everyone should have the rule. If you won't say it to a stranger on the street, you shouldn't say it. Say it here. My 2 cents. Hey, listen, that's what it is. That's what it is. I mean, if you're not willing to own your stuff, then hey, leave it alone. I saw Peter Lawler this morning. Okay, he's talking about somebody else. Sorry about that. I don't want to read your message out there. That's for somebody else. Save the drama for your mama. That's funny. Well, I say you say the drama for your mama. You can say all that stuff, but sometimes you can't be afraid to walk towards that and say, look, this is how I feel. This is where I'm coming from. True, depends on the path you want to learn. Yeah, exactly. Peter Lawler is a con man. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'm gonna leave that one alone. I don't know too much about that. You do you, let them do them. I agree with that, Molly. But it's just annoying sometimes. Like I said, there's so many like fake sentiments out there, things that's not real, folks out there, giving false statements about stuff, hunting hunting apologies. Yeah. I kind of figured, Vinny G. I know you're on the hunt, just don't get yourself hurt out there searching for Peter so and so. Yeah. I know Vinny G. Like you see, he's an enemy I don't want to have. Live the safe haven. Hello to you, everyone. Watch out for people who faked his death. I did a tribute video for him. It was a scam. Well, it's Machiavellian. It's Machiavellian. Yeah, I guess you could say that. There's a lot of drama here on YouTube. There's a lot of, false sentiments and fake stuff that's going on, and it's not gonna disappear. But like I said, I'm just saying, like I said, don't be afraid to speak what's on your mind. Folks will be offended by who you are, your truth, and whatnot, what's going on. Vinny G is a teddy bear. Yeah, Vinny G is a teddy bear till you poke the bear. I remember I first met Vinny G. Vinny G was on the hunt, and we had a really deep conversation. And I said, Vinny G, he's a nice guy, but this is a very serious dude. As long as you have people who have disclosure, they'll be, yeah, there'll be drama. But like I said, I say to folks, don't be afraid. If somebody brings the drama to you, don't be afraid to address it. Don't be afraid to speak your piece and say what you got to say. Enjoying life. Thank you. It's scary stuff. Put a dent in my soul. Okay, you're talking to somebody else. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just speaking my piece on something. I had this on my mind. This is just something that was there. Like I said, I'm not trying to, get too deep or anything. But like I said, it's just people shouldn't be afraid to express themselves. You shouldn't be afraid to say how you feel. And it's beneficial to say how you really feel about particular things. It's better to come out as a woo. There you go, Molly Dolly. Thank you. You need to get deeper. Like I said, if I try to get deep, I'm not getting too deep because soon I'm gonna go eat. You can pull it off really well. Ken, I appreciate it, Patch. I appreciate it. You know, uh, it's all right. I was like, I don't know what you're saying, enjoying life, but maybe you're talking to me or you're talking to somebody else. But yeah, like I said, it comes to a point where you know what, sometimes the fakeness is not. What's the point? What's the point? Enjoying life. It's all right. I wish I was like, I don't. Nah, I tell anybody, be like you. Be who you are. I'm glad that folks are who they are. Like everybody's unique in their own particular way. This is out of character for me, but okay. Okay. Yeah, that's something else. A lot going on. Say something real. I love you, Bub. Yeah, love you right back. What are you saying? I love positive people. Not talking about anyone with drama. If I say something, it is about like I love this, I love that. That's me. Hey, then speak your piece. What's going on, Mel? I haven't seen you in a while. Morning to you as well, Mel. I always have to speak the truth, regardless of if it bothers people or hurts anyone. This issue is yours. Sometimes it gets like that. Sugar Bay, what's going on? I see you. Bug Out Brad, thank you for coming through. Much love to you as well, Pet Monster, Monster Chick, Crimson Fantasy. Good to see you. You know what I'm saying? You hit 1,000 today. That's awesome, Bug Out Brad. Appreciate you. Thanks, Sugar Bay, for coming through. Appreciate that. Like I said, what I mean by say something real, not to say this, folks can't say something real. Is say something that's worthwhile. Say something that's substantive. Say something that's impactful. Say something effective. Say something that's worth saying. Just I mean, like I said, there's nothing wrong with being funny. There's nothing wrong with just having a good time and wilding out and whatnot. But I think it's too many people out there online that's just not really saying anything worth hearing. There's too many people that's just speaking to be speaking, uploading to be uploaded. Confidence has a lot to do with this as well. Well, yeah, confidence does have a lot to do with it. And Molly Dolly says, woo, there you go. Yeah, nah, it does. It does. You learn how to build up your confidence. If you guys remember one thing I ever say, create, not hate. Exactly. Create, not hate. I agree with that, Pet Monster. Sometimes it's about trying to protect people for real. Yeah, sometimes it is about that. You do have to be careful of people's feelings because not everybody can handle the truth. All right, Pet Monster, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. Much love to you. And the word hate is used too broadly. Yeah, it probably is. It probably is, Patch. But what are you gonna do? And Tina agrees with you. What's going on? The real Johnny Blaze. I appreciate that. I say something real. It's the real Johnny Blaze. I appreciate you for coming through. Sorry I couldn't meet all the time requirements of your live stream by being there a little bit sooner, but I came through. It was all good. You know what I'm saying? Um, like I said, don't be afraid to speak your piece, man. Don't be afraid to say whatever it is that you got to say. Don't let people make you feel bad for having an opinion and voicing your concerns or your comments, your criticisms about things in life that you particularly care about. Like I said, just say something real, man. Just say something that means something to you. Hey, man, I'm still trying to get up on a panel. You want me to come on the panel with you? Hey, I'm still trying to get Melma up on the panel. Well, let me know. Let me know, Patch, when you do your live or whatever. I'll come through. Oh yeah, nah. The real Johnny Blaze. I'm sorry I haven't dropped by a lot soon. I got so much going on. I just got the lights back on in my house all the way, so it's all good. Thank you for dropping the line. I appreciate you, man. Much respect, much love to you. Words has so much power. Crimson, what's going on? Roger that. Yeah, nah, Patch. Just let me know. Just let me know. I'll come to your live. Anybody wants me to come through to a live stream. I haven't been to a live stream on the panel in a little bit, but nah, it's all good. I can come through and chop it up with people and just say something substantive and whatnot. Like I said, I mean, this whole live stream right here, what I'm talking about and what I'm saying is not being afraid to speak your truth, not being afraid to speak your piece, not worrying about what other folks are going to say, how they're going to judge you, how they're going to come at you. Sometimes you got to express yourself, and it may not be a popular opinion. Like I said, don't be ashamed. And it is a thing like it was said, or Joy and Life said, it is about confidence as well. If your confidence needs to be built up, then you build it up. You come out, say your thing, speak your truth. Morning, Molly Dolly, and I think she's talking to the other Mel. Saying unless you're probably all in Australia. Had a lot of Australian people on here too. So I'm just gonna go for a few more minutes. Like I said, this doesn't have to be a long live stream. I kind of said my point. I kind of let it be known, where I'm coming from, what I want to say, how I particularly want to do this whole particular thing and whatnot. Words are killing people more than weapons are these days. Yeah, that could be truth said. That's probably a true statement. And some people say that life and death, or it is written that life and death are in the power of the tongue. You have to remember, if people judge you poorly for speaking your truth, let me see, then they are the ones with the actual problem with the truth, not you. What's up, Big Dog Leather? Thank you for coming through. Molly Dolly says amen to that. I agree with you that. California Greenhorn Fisherman, hello to you. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. Nah, that's definitely a great point. Pat, you said an awesome thing there. Sometimes, if people have a problem with you speaking your piece, and it's the truth, then that's not your problem. That's actually their problem. Yeah, it's a personal problem. Sometimes, people can't handle the truth, and that's just really what it is. But this is the point that I'm coming to with that, is that sometimes people are afraid to speak their truth or say what's real because they're afraid of how people are going to receive their truth, how people are going to receive their message. And you can worry about that, but then there's people who who don't care about doing the same. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Big Dog Leather, always a pleasure. So like I said, you still, be who you are, because there's people who are not afraid to offend you. And I had to learn that the hard way, that there are people who are not afraid to offend me that I don't agree with. So why am I sitting off to the side worrying about who I offend if I'm coming from a good place, a positive space? Okay, Tina, thank you. I appreciate you for coming through. It's always a pleasure to have you here as well. You has brought you to life. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I like discussing and debating in a civil way, not arguing in hostility. Yeah, well, IFI House, that's the way to do it. Some people don't want to do that, but that's the thing, and I see a call from Rebel Stay Sovereign. Rebel Stay Sovereign, if you're watching this live, I will get to you. I will get to you. I just have to decline that right now, and I have to get back to them. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on, but people should be able to talk and disagree with each other and say real things and do whatever it is, and do it in a civil way. Mr. Mel, your phone be ringing. Nah, yeah, my phone be ringing, but like I said, I can't answer every call. It is what it is. I'm here on live with you. I got folks that I'm gonna get back to. They're gonna get back to me. Like I said, we'll chop it up and we'll do those particular things and whatnot, what's happening and whatnot. Okay. Take care, Tina. Appreciate you for coming through. I gotta check you out at your channel. He said chill, Rebel. Oh my God, that's funny. That's funny. Rebel State is cool. Thank you, Mel. I appreciate that. It sounds kind of weird to be saying, calling somebody else Mel, but like I said, yeah, Mel. Thank you for being here, Mel. I got Mel in my chat watching Mel. So it's Mel watching Mel. That's funny. That's kind of funny right there. Like I said, it's cool. There's only one Mel, and then there's only one Mel. There's many imitators. Oh my goodness, that's funny. That's funny to me. Yeah, Melanie. I know a couple of Melanies, but I don't know. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. People be like, oh Mel. Yeah, brother Mel attitude or Twitter. Okay, cool. I haven't been on Twitter in a little while anyway. Twitter doesn't pop off like I want to, and I'm like, no, just Mel. Okay, well, I'm not gonna call you Mel because I'm Melvin, Mel. So Melanie, I actually know another Melanie on here, so that's cool. She's a cool individual. But that's dope. And thank you, Patch, for adding me on Twitter. I haven't been on Twitter. I don't know when I'm going back on Twitter. But if you want me to come on there, you got a conversation that you want to have on Twitter, you want to say something, oh, you sent me a DM on Twitter. Okay, cool. I'm not even signed in right now, but I guess I have to sign in and check it out. And who knows, maybe we could chop it up and have a conversation because a lot of my conversations are probably a little bit more raw. I try to be a little bit more funny on Twitter than I am on YouTube. Maybe I'm a little too serious here on YouTube and all that stuff like that, but it is what it is, But like I said, I'll wrap this up in saying, don't be afraid to speak your truth, regardless of what people may feel about it. Don't be afraid to say something substantive. Don't be afraid to say something uplifting, upbuilding, funny, engaging, thought provoking. In closing, don't be afraid to say something real because there's too many people that's dancing around the issue and skirting and worrying about how other people feel about particular situations. Say something real, say something worthwhile. Say something that's in your heart that you truly feel, that a place where you come from, something substantive, something that is true to who you are. And on that note, I say spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. It's nothing important to send you. It's always important, Patch, but I appreciate you. Take care.